There is a specific type of person who can spend days, or even weeks, inside their room without ever feeling bored. To the outside world, they look lazy, antisocial, or depressed. Society looks at them and sees a problem that needs to be fixed. But if you look closer, you'll realize that for these people, isolation isn't a prison. It's a sanctuary. The truth is, people who choose isolation aren't running away because they hate the world. They are running away because they feel too much of it. If you are someone who constantly craves the quiet safety of your own four walls, you aren't broken. You are just carrying a heavy psychological weight that most people will never understand. Hi there, welcome back. It's Vin again, and today we are going to peel back the mask and discover the real psychological mechanics behind why people choose to stay in isolation. Many people who choose chronic isolation share a specific history. Maybe you grew up around an unpredictable parent, feel less valued, or experienced an abandonment that completely shattered your definition of safety. To survive, you developed hyper-vigilance. You can read a room in 2 seconds flat. You immediately notice the slightest shift in someone's tone, a micro-expression of annoyance, or a text message that feels just a little too short. But this comes with a heavy tax, and right now it's killing you. Because you care so deeply about emotional attachment, you are absolutely terrified of rejection or conflict. So, when you're out in the world, you constantly adapt, you camouflage, you adjust your personality to make them comfortable, anticipating their needs while ignoring your own. By the time you get back to your room, you are utterly drained. Choosing isolation isn't about hating society, it's about surviving it. Because being around people has started to require you to abandon yourself. Inside your brain, 2 powerful psychological reasons that are forcing you to keep that door shut. First, avoidant attachment. Human beings are wired for connection, but for you, connection has begun to feel like a cage. Experience has taught you a painful lesson. The closer you let someone get, the more power they have to destroy your peace. To cope, your brain uses isolation as a preemptive strike. If no one gets close, no one can hurt you. It's an extreme trade-off, but to your nervous system, loneliness is a much cheaper price to pay than heartbreak. Second, controlled autonomy. When you are alone in your room, you control your freedom. You control the climate. You control the noise, the lighting, the schedule, and most importantly, the emotional temperature. There are no wild cards. Your room becomes a fortress. But here is the catch. A fortress is just a prison with a better view. While you are busy protecting yourself from pain, you are also locking out joy, growth, and the very connection your soul actually craves. There is a beautiful difference between solitude and isolation. Choosing to be alone because you genuinely enjoy your own company, or because you need to recharge after a long week, is wisdom. But when you completely cut off the world to avoid being hurt, you aren't solving your trauma. You are just avoiding the laboratory where trauma is actually healed, which is in relationships with other people. You cannot learn to trust again by staring at your walls. You cannot heal an attachment wound in a vacuum. Choosing to isolate as a lifestyle isn't safety. It's a slow, quiet surrender. Stop changing who you are to fit into other people's lives. Keep your peace, but don't let your fortress become your tomb. Open the door. Take off the mask. Start small.